What's going on, YouTube? Otis here, back from my garage to you. Hear ye, hear ye. This is my present to everyone who sold today. I would like to think that it's retail. I would like to think that you are me back in 2021. And you made money. Round of applause, you made money. Good job. What I want to say to you is you might want to rethink your previous actions. You sold at 100 or whether it's 180, you sold. And you got scared out of the Bitcoin game because you do not understand what Bitcoin is. You sold and I said it before, you sold your paper money. You sold your Bitcoin for paper money that they're going to continue to print. And yes, you're going to be able to pay the bills. You might buy yourself something new after you pay the taxes, right? Because you do have to pay your taxes, 20% capital gains tax. Been there, done that. And I'm confused. The reason I'm confused is that now there is more information than there ever was 4 years ago. And if you do a couple of days of research, you're gonna find that other countries are buying. And what I don't understand is if you are a holder of Bitcoin and you give your Bitcoin away, you do realize when you buy back in, because you will buy back in, this cycle at least, you're gonna buy back in. Once you hear that America is gonna put Bitcoin as their reserve. You're gonna find out once the UAE comes out and say, hey, yes, we've been secretly buying Bitcoin. You're gonna come out and say once these other companies such as Apple, Microsoft might actually spin the block. And spin the block meaning come back around and do a U-turn and say, actually, we're gonna buy Bitcoin. And then you're gonna realize wow, I shouldn't have sold my Bitcoin at 100K. And then you're gonna realize, okay, I'm gonna buy back in. And then you're gonna realize that I'm not gonna get the same amount of Bitcoin that I had before. And a lot of us, including myself, I looked at the small vision of making money. It's bigger than money, right? It's bigger than what money is. It is breaking our current financial system. It is saying, hey, I understand what you've been doing. You have been printing off money at will, and I'm done. I am going to move out of this system and going to jump into a system where it can't be manipulated. It can't be controlled by one single entity. And that's why I want the retail investors. I made a video back. Some of my earlier videos of this year is about retail. And I'll do a quick summary. Retail didn't move the needle, right? We didn't move the needle this cycle. Corporations did. But also these corporations are made of who? People. So, and ultimately we moved the needle. So we did, but we didn't move the needle, right? So you and I, the people who are watching this video, I didn't buy Bitcoin, you didn't buy Bitcoin, and it just jumped up to 100K. Multiple people, right? Multiple entities, companies, the ETFs, countries. And we all have to do this for the price of Bitcoin to continue to go up, as well as the utilization and the incorporation of Bitcoin in itself. Like how can we break this current system if we don't leave? So you selling your Bitcoin, you are saying, hey, listen, I am fine with being where I'm at because you sold, right? So let's just say hypothetically, because I would assume this is what most of the people did. Because I know a few people who did. Bitcoin, you heard about Bitcoin, you heard it right when it was at 60 to 50 something, you jumped into it, right? You probably bought and sold on the way up to 100K. And at 100K, you thought about selling, but then you heard it was gonna go to 200, you kept it in there, you waited, It went to 104. You said this is good, but you start to get antsy because you have this conviction. You thought more about the money you were making versus what Bitcoin actually is. So then it goes to 108. You get great. You're feeling good. It's like, oh, it might actually go to 200, whatever. Then it dips. And then you hear the inflation. There'll be no interest rate cuts. And you say, okay, well, the market, now you've seen this price drop. And then you get scared. And once it reaches close to 100, you panic sell and take your profits. Once again, round of applause. Good job, you made some money in the short term. With the amount of money you would have missed out, because it's never going to go to 60K again. That's it. That wave that you jumping in this year and getting into 50, 60K, maybe even 40K, that's it. But you will get back in once it reaches 110, maybe 120. You're gonna get back in, and then you're gonna try to catch that wave, and then it might drop after it reaches 120. It might drop again, and that's the thing about Bitcoiners. We know that this is gonna be a yo-yo cycle. We've seen volatility. We've seen it go from 60K down to 20K. We've seen it go from the 20 up to 100. We've seen these big flips, and all we know is just to be patient, because we know ultimately what Bitcoin is. And if you sell your Bitcoin, you are selling out of the current Bitcoin price you have it at. Once again, if you need it for your bills, you need it to get by, you need it if you just want to say, hey, listen, I'm over Bitcoin. I'm okay with this fiat. I'm okay with buying what I need to buy right now. Great. But for the people who will jump back in, just know you're gonna be chasing the amount of Bitcoin you had. You're gonna be chasing it. You're gonna spend more than what you've made. And ultimately, you will be back into the cycle. So that's it. I know I ranted for about 7-ish minutes, a little bit over 7 minutes now. But I just want everybody to know that this is my present to you. This is the gift that will keep giving. You will have, dreams, and you're gonna be upset at yourself and sick that you sold, that you panic sold, because you do not have this conviction. You do not know how to they call it hodl, get a hodl. You gotta learn how to, strong hand and fight the urge of this flips, because this is, in the end, Bitcoin will be the answer. But that's this video. Until the next one, peace.